start with Albo. We'll talk about that.
All right, gentlemen, we are live. We are streaming live from Long Island, New York, and Oakland, California. We have Professor
I'm back in Pittsburgh today. Pittsburgh,
Oh, you are?
Pennsylvania.
That's wonder why the lighting was so different.
Pittsburgh, PA. Steeler fan, bleeds black and gold, or whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah. And Jets fans right here, Dr. J and Spike.
My condolences.
Hey, the season didn't. It's not week 1 yet. Don't. At least wait till week 1.
And for baseball, you're conveniently an Oakland A's fan, right? Very convenient.
No, I mean I like the Pirates, but
yeah,
it's hard to really find anything to actually like. Pretty awful.
It's not been a good week for BioDrek. Let's get right down to it.
No.
I've been shifting out of a lot of BioDrek. I only have about 10 BioDrek left. I only have 22 stocks in my portfolio as I've been snipping away. Moving a lot of stuff over to IBB, which I shouldn't have, I suppose, but I'm doing all right with that. And AOL, I've been moving a lot of stuff.
No, Apple, APPL.
I got a thing in my head, AOL.
Yeah, that's right.
Once upon a time, there was a stock called AOL.
AOL, right.
Once upon a time.
I lost a lot of money on that one also.
Yeah, that did not become the next Amazon. It sure looked like it.
Well, at the time, I still have my AOL account.
Yeah.
Erica online.
It was one of the few accounts that I've been on early enough that I can get my full name on it.
Eyes on the Money is with us. Eyes on the Money. I don't remember who Eyes on the Money is. Right. Is that Jackie? Eyes on the Money. Is that Jackie? I forget. People use these funny names. I forget who they are. So Kevin is with us. Man is with us. Man, Cabinet guy says buy stock in the both Sox, Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox.
Man says CTXO with a D-hype drop. Yeah.
Yep.
It is Jackie from Long Island, New York as well.
It's been a while.
We have our fellow Long Islanders with us today. Ooh, when did you do this, Andrew? Hopefully not too long ago.
I think he's talking about today.
Oh, that would be good.
Maybe today. Because right, I had VBIP last week, which ended up being folly.
Oh, Chris is lamenting the Cardinals and his portfolio at the same time. Got everything in there in one lament. Chris is an ARWR guy, so that's his problem that today, as well as a lot of other people's.
Indeed.
Dan A, biotech is again dreck the last few days, period. Everything is underwater in my biotech portfolio. I have 10 biotech stocks left. I think every one of them is red. Pretty sure. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the kind of day it is. And EV is also getting a kick in the pants. So my portfolio is not looking good today either. Neither did it look good yesterday.
Nope.
So, you look to minimize the pain by doing a little trimming here and there. You got to go with the flow. Sometimes you got to duck. You can duck, and those punches may not land quite as hard if you duck.
You can cover.
Yeah. What's hot today? Is anything hot today? HITI went from pennies to $9. Pot stock.
Yeah, what is good?
Should we look at
looking? I see a lot of red.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A Novus?
Novus is up. That's my portfolio, yeah.
That's pretty much the only one.
The BCRX,
all my Loxes. My Mesoblast is up, but from the basement.
Anthony,
when you so far down that anything is up.
Anthony wants to know if he should worry. The answer is anytime the stock moves the wrong direction, worry. I give you permission to worry. And in fact, you could do more than worry. You could do something about it.
Gamble Fest is very good, Montes.
You don't have to just worry, because worrying is unproductive. So you're allowed to move things, you move money around. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't do anything, but you can try.
Yeah.
I've been moving into AOL, Apple. 25 years ago.
Maybe there's something happening spiritually.
25 years ago, I was moving into AOL, but not later.
Actually,
we're moving to the Post. Why are we doing XCRS? The reason is I promised to do it 5 times. Finally remember.
Oh yeah. What's the deal here?
I don't know the fundamentals. Is it some kind of opioid? I don't know. I'm guessing.
You might want to take that comment off the screen.
DIDI, it's a CAC sheet symbol. Maybe we'll look at that.
Yeah, I jumped in and then just jumped out like in 2 days on the stock. I don't know why I was even playing. But
on which stock?
Certainly XCRS, but looks like a roller coaster ride.
Okay. You jumped in and you jumped right back out.
Yeah, I tested the waters. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Soros owned it for a few weeks, according to Man.
Okay, this is interesting.
Looks like we topped at $5 or so, and we're in a little pullback, as is most biotech. So we can't get too excited about that pullback.
Excited, right? We should.
We're not going to get too excited about anything, because there's nothing to get excited about, I'm afraid.
Yeah, when macro is dumping, it's not great. But here, I mean, let's see if that support holds. What is that? That's okay.
This is very good support. Very good support at 25.
Yeah, it looks like a nibble sign, doesn't it?
It's a very, very good support at 35 cents below where it's trading. So we have that as, if anything, as solace. Even though it's gone down considerably, it had gone up considerably, so it's giving back a little. Nothing, like I said, to get too excited about or nervous about if you own this one.
Okay.
The trend line, it's beginning to break the sharp ascending trend line, which I don't love. But as I said before, 375 looks like strong support. Would I jump in now off the chart? Probably not. But probably there's going to be very few biotechs that I'm going to look at the chart and say, I got to buy it now.
Right.
And
you could swing it, right? You could say 30 cents downside and like $1 upside.
Yeah, you definitely could. Definitely. It's definitely swingable. As
Not great, though. Not great.
No, I mean, I wouldn't personally probably not do it, but personally probably not swing it. But if you have reason to believe the next few days there's going to be some news, it might be
Right.
worth it.
Well,
Right.
Again,
we have a 3-day weekend coming up.
I
So
don't know enough about the fundamentals, but the picture here is not the worst in the world. So, you want to take a look at the 3-week, the weekly, 3-year?
Yeah. Is it closed Monday?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
All right. It's following the trend line beautifully. So that, the weekly looks pretty good. The weekly looks doggone good, doesn't it? It put in a big engulfing at the bottom, back here in 531. That's an engulfing candle after a long drop. Remember that's when it becomes meaningful, after a long downtrend.
Right.
So it had about a 3-month downtrend, right? For more than that, 4-month downtrend. This is the weekly, don't forget. So it bottomed here at 294, and it's been on trend since. If it holds trend today, I'm beginning to think maybe you're right, Arjun. Maybe a swing is in order here.
Yeah, you want to see the close though in the like what is that, maybe 415? I don't.
Yeah, I want to see it not go below this weekly trend line. That's for sure.
Right.
Close where it is, I'm happy. It looks interesting. The weekly looks very interesting on this one. So now that we looked at this, and I hope those XERS fans forgive me for being so tardy, but finally we looked at it.
This one I like. This is
And
the bladder
Sisson is one
cancer.
we've been looking at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I had this and left.
Drooling. Yeah,
This is a
I
great
had it a
chart.
long time ago.
Which one are we talking about?
It's a great shot
Sisson.
contingent upon it loading
Sisson.
eventually. Down 7 cents for the day.
Yeah.
Which is nothing.
When is the PDUFA? Sometime in Q3, I thought, but
sometime soon.
I think so. Yeah, because this has had an amazing run from under $1.
Yeah, very nice run.
And I like the science here for sure. Yeah, this is great. Wow.
This is, I think, the weekly still. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember this is one of the ones last year. It went down to like 40 cents, and I loaded a lot, and then I sold too early. But
you made profit as a profit, right?
Yeah.
This one is beautiful. The weekly is think of beauty. The weekly. We've been drooling over this one for a long time without getting in. I don't know why we didn't get in. But I've been saying nothing but good things about it, and meanwhile not acting on it.
PDUFA is August 18th.
August 18th. Okay.
There's probably going to be room to run on this one.
Yeah. Maybe to 6 or so. It's hard to say. Yeah, I guess you'd have to look further back. I don't really know where this has been in the past.
You're looking at good support about $1 under where it is, 357, 90 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's also where the 9-day currently is. So this is excellent support line right here. And we're trading way above support on the weekly. The weekly chart is extremely bullish. Let's look at the daily. The daily has found support at 9 after topping out at 476. Came back a little, might be an opportunity here. I think we take this as a buying opportunity. Any pullback. And look at the support on the daily. The support on the daily is 407, which is above the support on the weekly. So we have support at about 407. I like this. This is a better swing to me than XERS. If I had to swing one of them, I would swing this one.
Right, right.
Or just go into it for a hold. Get out of it below 4. If it goes below 4, I'm out. Otherwise, sit with it through PDUFA. If it continues to behave, as long as it behaves nicely.
The chart
So
is saying approval.
This one has beautiful chart and wonderful possibilities. This one is intriguing. I don't know why we haven't acted on it when we looked at the chart back here in the 3s. People have been telling us about this one when we've had
quite a while.
I've had deaf ears, but I think I got to look at it more seriously. Session is not to be taken lightly. What else are people asking for?
PRVB.
DIDI, I saw Patrick.
Oh yeah, I saw a couple of those for DIDI.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I'd like to see this too. I don't have a position, but I'd like to learn about this. Whoa.
What am I in?
Everything old is new again.
It's brand
Is it
new.
only trading?
I don't know. I'll tell you
It
in a
looks
second.
like it, right? Looks like a new IPO or something. I don't know.
Yeah, only
South
since
America.
the 30th. Only a couple days old.
Couple of days old. What can you say?
Basically nothing to say here unless you know the fundamental.
Right.
Yeah, which I don't know. The fundamentals is Patrick is in it. That's the fundamentals.
Ride hailing, other related services. I thought another company was doing that.
What kind of services?
Ride hailing. It was like, yeah, there was another one I was in that was doing the, it was supposed to be the Chinese Uber, but it wasn't this one.
Which lithium miner should I shot? ALD.
PLL.
PLL, right?
ALD.
Oh, I'm not even familiar with this one. Huh.
It's another one. Ay.
Oh, this album here? Yeah.
So this one, yeah, I've never even heard of this. Huh. So far it looks good. Okay, now it's looking better.
Pretty normal. I like the chart. The 9 is above the 50, is above the 100, is above the 200. We made bottom at the 100. It's a definite support, and we've been on the move since. It looks pretty attractive.
Yeah, and then if you bust over, what's that high? Then it's moon time.
Yeah, if you bust over 177.58 is probably nothing to. I don't know. I'd have to look at the weekly, but probably nothing to stop.
This is intriguing. Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Bless you. So this is okay. This is going back to March. Yeah. Every time I see that, that candle on the left, that long with the red one with the long tail, that's that day you called the bottom. I can always remember that.
Yeah. Got a long, narrow channel.
Yeah, this is a steady gainer. It's nice and consistent.
Yeah, we're definitely moving up in a very tight channel. And as long as it continues to stay in that tight channel. If I owned it, I'd keep it.
Right.
Would I buy it now? Well, why not? For get on the choo-choo until you have to get off. A Momo play, and like you say, if it breaks 178, you can make some serious do-re-mi.
It could run. Yeah. Wow. Actually, yeah, I might dabble, not even knowing anything. This is nice.
Yeah, it does look good. ALB does look
Good
good.
Good chart. I'll write this one down.
I want to look for AOL. I'm going to look for AOL. Is it around? No, they're gone.
AOL.
They're long gone, right?
I mean,
Do they still trade? Or they've taken over finally? Apple is where I've been moving a lot of money into Apple just because why not?
Yeah, why not is right.
It's been on a tear, so I've been going with the winner. Every time I sell Drek, I buy Apple. Just as a place to park my money. I bought some Apple today. I mean, I sold some, what do you call it? Neo. I sold a little Neo and I bought a little Apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This chart is just
I sold
fire.
I sold like 25% of my Neo.
This is the best chart I've seen in a long time. Wow.
Beautiful chart. That's why I keep pumping money into it. I said, give me this stuff. I don't care what they sell. Okay?
Yeah.
Just because it happens to be Apple, so what? So a lot of people have an Apple prejudice. They don't like apples. They only like what do they like? Tomatoes, not apples. I don't know what they like.
Red meat.
But it's beautiful chart, isn't it? It's just
incredible.
Yeah, very nice chart. And it should take out the old high. What was it? 140 something. I don't know. 152 maybe. I don't know.
There's no reason it won't. Yeah.
Don't remember. But again, as long as it keeps making money for me, I keep putting more money in. It's like my piggy bank.
Hmm.
I think it's a very good piggy bank. I decided, I don't want to stay 70% cash, 80% cash. I just dump it in here. This is my cash allotment, so to speak. So whenever I take profits or losses, I don't know what to do with. I just dump it right in Apple.
Yeah. That used to be what you said about Amazon, but this chart looks better. So
it does. I still own Apple is my biggest holding, but I own a lot of Amazon. It's my second biggest. We could look at Amazon, but it's not going to look as good as this.
Right.
How about we look at IBB?
We have requests for Sorrento.
Sure, but first let's look at IBB.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to biomacro is very important because
I've been also putting
a lot hinges on this.
Just like I've been dumping money in AOL, I've been dumping money in this as well. Remember when I told you I started like at 157, I think. Do you remember? I told everybody I'm starting to buy IBB.
Right.
And I've been continuing to buy it since that time. Little bit at a time, it's kind of like spare change goes in there as well as Apple. But this one, the chart is not as good as Apple, but it's still pretty good.
It's a lot better than say XBI for sure. This is good.
Yeah.
Every time it touches that line, you just buy basically.
Yep. We're in that channel. We're in the groove. So as long as it stays in that channel, I'm good. If it goes below that channel, I'm quick to take my money out of there. And even though our biotechs have been biodrec, apparently not all biotechs are biodrec.
It's counterintuitive because I don't know which ones are good. Show me them.
Well, you don't know the Alzheimer's plays. They're still doing fine.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true. I know this is great.
CRISPR may not be good the last few days.
Yeah, no, the plume's coming off the rose on that one.
Yes, but it's still, people have a hunger for gene editing stocks. Just like they had a hunger for immunotherapy stocks when they first came out. This is relatively new technology and people still hunger for it. Any positive news and it goes crazy. And we had positive news the other day on Intelia, and this thing went crazy. A little pullback is certainly not to be expected. I'm not at all disturbed by a little pullback. I would be disturbed, I mean, a while ago we said it looked like it was heading to fill this gap at 142.52. And you know something, it still may. That's a little bit scary. Or I may find support at this low of 145.29. I mean, certainly right now, it doesn't look like you should be in a rush to go into this thing. But that's what I said back here. And when was that? On Tuesday. You don't have to be in a rush. The very next day it popped. So maybe by saying it, you don't have to be in a rush, it's a good omen for the stock. But it sure looked like you didn't have to be in a rush on Tuesday, and it looks that way on Friday. No rush to go in, but buy the dips. That would be my opinion on this one.
Exactly. And we're at the halfway. We're at the halfway of that big pump.
What about Arjun? What about our opinions? Tell me about our opinions.
Oh, they're strictly our own. You should probably talk to a financial advisor before you make any moves. And we're just giving our opinions. So I don't know. You say it much more eloquently, but yeah.
People should do their own due diligence. That's the bottom line. And check with the financial advisor before acting on any of our ideas, no matter how wonderful they seem or how wonderful they actually are.
Exactly.
Because every once in a while we throw in a lemon, just to keep you honest.
Please.
Besides the Savas that go from 8 to 123, and the Biopats that go from 4 to 72, and the Anovises that go from 10 to 90, we also throw in a few lemons, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Certainly do.
Yeah. And I could name a lot more of the ones that we had that ran, but why bother?
And also, things take time sometimes too,
Right.
Sometimes things take time to percolate. BCRX is one of our really good ones.
Right. True. You want to do Sorrento while we're thinking about it? Or while I'm still thinking about it?
All right, so what am I saying about, let me summarize CRISPR. CRISPR is a buy on any dip.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's a buy right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You know something, if you're willing to suffer a possible 10-point decline, it's a buy right now. Because in the long term, it's going to be 2.25.
Yeah, I like that it's at the halfway of that big green pump. So
yeah, I was going to say.
And also, it's below the half. It hit below the halfway.
But now it's recovering to half. I like it right now. I'm a fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I own a lot of it, so I'm not going to argue with you. Let it go up. But
yeah, you're basically saying maybe wait for the 9-day to pull back or something.
Yeah, if you want to bargain, try. You could try to get it lower.
Try to get 147 or something. Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's one that I sold a little of. this morning.
Neo, some EVs.
I like taking profits, so I sold a little. I didn't like the way it was moving. Of course, it's up since I sold it, but that figures. What did I do with the money that I sold? I moved it immediately into Apple. I gotta stop saying AOL.
And it's gone.
I don't know why I'm confusing AOL with Apple. I'm doing it a lot.
Like Kaiser Sosa.
Neo has been a tremendous winner for me, and I didn't mind selling a little, taking a little off the table. I mean, you know, there was no real reason, compelling reason to sell it yet because it held the 9. I thought it might come back to the trend line, so I figured I'd sell a little. And I own a lot of it, so even if I don't get
those made the same signal and then came back.
Yeah, even if I don't get those shares back, no big deal. What to do if you don't own it? Buy it on dips because this is going to $60 a share based on the weekly. Let's take a look. There's basically no resistance on this one all the way to, let's say, 64.52. And probably very minor resistance there. In other words, I think it's going to make new highs.
Yeah.
And probably by the end of the year, it'll be in the 70s, 80s. So Neo is a great buy on any dip. I think the same with XPEV. Great buy on any dip. XPEV was an example of sell the news, blow out earnings, and it goes down. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
It's the norm these days.
Yes, it hit $48 on the day of the earnings, and now it's $5 cheaper. So it's a bargain probably right now. Let's look at the daily though. What I can say about the action of the weekly is consolidation over the last 2-3 weeks is taking place. And before it makes
this one's doing this a bit longer than Neo is, so it almost looks like if you look at how this one moves, you could have a prediction about Neo.
Yes. I think this one will run to 60. Neo will run a little higher, but they're both excellent. My two favorite Chinese plays by far. XPEV and Neo. Look, it went straight up like almost in a rocket ship and had to consolidate. So, you know, maybe what I sold of Neo, I buy back in XPEV. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, well, let's see. According to this, Neo's going to take a turn soon.
What was the one you asked me for?
Sorrento. For some reason, it's taken a recent pop. And and this is one of the ones that Jake has always been afraid of. But there's a lot of buzz coming out. Remember, we talked about this. That maybe
he hates management here.
Didn't we say we said above 1067, it's a buy, and it did. I think it went above it. Did it take out that 1067? I think it did.
It did.
Yeah, let's see where was
you're still on the weekly, so you get to see it.
Right.
Yeah, so technically it looks pretty damn good. It you know, intraday, and I don't know if it was intraday or intra-week. It took out the high we were looking at, and it's still trading in the steep ascending channel. I do like this one off the weekly. Let's take a look off the daily, see if it looks just as good. Sure. Looks fine. Big green candle yesterday, giving back a little today. You might look for a bargain at the bottom end of the channel. If it hits the bottom end of the channel, it's going to go to 9 something. Let's see. Probably about this area here, 980. Yeah, if you want a bargain, you could wait for 40 cents. But if you like this one, you know, it looks fine to buy this one. Until it breaks below channel, it's looking good.
Yeah, we got a couple people who are liking this guy, you know, despite
Jake?
Despite Jake's recommendations. We also have a lot of people asking for PRVB for whatever reason, but let's.
They have their PDUFA. Yeah, they have their PDUFA.
I have to give Jake credit because he speaks his mind.
Yeah, well, turned out to be right about a lot of things, hasn't he?
100% honest and unafraid to give his strong opinions.
Yeah.
Like saying CVM, he would get a tattoo in Macy's window if they had good results. So, I mean, what could be a stronger statement than that?
Right, exactly. Exactly. I remember that debate the two of you had. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
About a year ago.
So when Jake has an opinion, Jake has an opinion, you know?
Yeah.
He's not afraid to sugarcoat it. And Jake doesn't like SRNA as a rule because of management. But, you know, those people are laughing to the bank that bought down here at 645, laughing all the way to the bank, right?
I guess, yeah.
Hey, Jake, you're not going to get a tattoo in Macy's window, or are you? Maybe on this one.
Not in this one. No, he just expressed his opinions, but he didn't say what.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to stay away if you don't trust management. I don't even think he plays this. I don't think he shorts it or anything. He's just like, I don't want to bother.
No, he just doesn't touch it, right?
You can't lose if you don't play.
Well, that's been my attitude, but this chart makes me wonder if my attitude is right because it's it's a pretty compelling.
Like you said, maybe the thing they have in the pipeline right now is something real.
Pretty compelling chart. You want to look at the VBIV, the one that collapsed on us?
Yeah, I mean, this is one where, you know, I'll speak my mind on this. I'm still bullish. Nothing's changed. It's I mean, their results were fantastic. Like they had a 4.3 improvement over the convalescent, where similar to Novavax. And I just think this stock gets manipulated to no end. And I think it's for a reason. And the reason's a good one. And you got to be in it to win it. But yeah, the chart looks terrible.
Let me ask a question about this. One of the things that kept me off of this, at least for a while, was the fact that, you know, it was sort of a vaccine play, in which almost seems like old news. Now we got Mantis also talking about Novavax. You just mentioned Novavax. Are vaccines not old news?
I don't think they are, because I think, like, you have to think of it from the perspective of there's 10 billion doses needed to vax the whole world, right? And multiple players can be in on this. There's variants. There's the need for countries to have their own manufacturing to back certain plays. I just think Canada loves this one, and they're not going to give up on it. And I just have a ton of conviction on the tech here also. Like I've talked about the enveloped virus-like particles. And so, you know, I did trim when I saw that 440 because I was like, this isn't going to hold, but I won't give up on this one till whatever the end game is. I don't know what their end game is, but they have one.
Right.
and I'm waiting for it. So the
Well,
chart looks terrible, though. I can't defend the
Yeah.
chart. I can't.
well,
Does
I mean,
Montes have a point with Novavax?
you can defend the chart in this manner. It had a tremendous run, and when it broke trend, the chart was true. The time to have sold was somewhere around here at 370.
Mm-hmm.
Before it broke this low. Once it broke that low, I mean, you had to sell.
Yep.
It was just good. The chart was there as telling you to sell, screaming sell. At this point, the chart is no longer screaming sell. It's still green,
Had an engulfing candle at the end.
green, 50-day above the 100, above the 200. So technically, we're still in a bull market. But were we taking out this low, 3.25? I don't think so.
I don't think we have. Let's go back to that one on the left. Yeah. What?
I think 3.25 is good.
You
This
keep
low,
missing
right?
it. It's to the right. Yeah, that works.
Wow.
321.
Yeah, so we're good. We're right at some sort of support level. So to that extent, you want to push this up a little bit. Just
Yeah,
to the hell
and
of
the
it.
way I see it too, like if you do want out of this one, I think you're gonna get one more pump regardless, because CEPI is backing it, and you're gonna get funding, and I think that funding, if you want out, you can get out in the high 4s, 5s, whatever. It's gonna come. I just in the short term though, yeah, don't buy aggressively. I agree.
3.25 right here is also support, definitely. All the way back to April 1. 3.25 is support. So this might not be a bad place to, buy a few shares if you're out of it. Want to get back in.
But I mean, look, like as we've said, when you see something pre-market that looks good, you got to trim most of the time. I mean, it's a rule that holds true more often than not.
You're absolutely right. And Jiggly sold all of his the pre-market. Good for him.
And that was a beautiful move.
Yeah,
I didn't.
right.
Yeah.
He was hitting himself over the head. Meanwhile, it was a wonderful move.
Yeah, I mean, you might miss upside sometimes, but other times you'll nail it.
Oh, well, we're out of our Zoom channel in Albo.
Yeah.
But biotech has been tracked. And
Yeah.
we did touch the top of it, but I don't know. It don't look too good for the short term. I guess the next support level of any real consequence is a low here of 33.68.
Correct. Yep.
So,
and for me, if it goes there, that's auto buy. Just because of the fundamentals. Yeah.
Just an automatic buy.
For me, yeah. I mean, there's some plays where I go purely chart, but then there's some where I just know the tech is great or the drug is great, and I'm just.
Well, the chart also intersects this line intersects 100. It seems to be the place to buy if it gets there.
Yeah. And yeah, this one you can see like the volume is just so tiny. Like it can be moved very easily.
Mark it down. $1 lower buy.
Yep.
$1 lower. You get a $1 discount. That's what we're thinking.
And I think you have 3 weeks for a nice move. But yeah, I mean, on days like this, you look at these charts and you wonder why you have any bio.
That's true. That's quite true. Especially when you bring this chart up.
Yeah, well,
This one, I've never played it, but oh my God, I don't think I've talked to you guys since this happened. This is
no.
incredible.
You know something, with all of this, I'm only like basically a little bit better than even with my straddle, because it cost me so much. The premiums were so high. So I'm up a little.
Wow. I mean, this is just dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's dead and it's going lower.
Unreal.
Well, he
There's
didn't.
no-
He didn't cheerlead it enough. Apparently, yesterday's meeting. Well, nobody believed him that the FDA might still approve on that little narrow
Do you believe him?
population.
Do you believe him? How about you? Do you believe him?
No, I can't anticipate the FDA playing games like that. They'd have to do a brand new study. But what do I know?
We're right on trend, going down. Essentially right on trend. I could have drawn the trend line a little different, but basically this is a definite trend line. We have 4 hits that are visible to my naked eye, and we're right on trend. So if it continues down this trend line, we'll soon be at $6.17. At which time I'll probably cover my short, my puts. I will probably, say enough is enough.
Yeah, Patrick didn't like the meeting either.
All right, so again, there's nothing for me to brag about. I'm not getting rich on this trade. I just didn't lose my shirt, that's all. Made a few bucks. I was of the opinion all along that it's a coin flip. So when I played my straddle, I was heavier on the calls a little bit, because that's where the real money was to be made. So that's why I'm not getting rich.
Right. But you did it right, regardless.
I covered my you-know-what, which is the main thing.
We have a request for proverb again. I don't know, PRVB.
Oh, you mean prevention, the diabetes?
Yeah, I think of the 4 letters and I make something.
Proverb, yeah. I mean, yeah, we have to look at this because of the catalyst.
When is
That would Paloof's today.
I believe so. It's either today or like Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. I don't know what to make of this one. I'm not playing.
It doesn't look like it's not awaiting any kind of important news.
Yeah, I'm just
You
uncertain here.
You have the coin? Do you have the coin? Get the coin out.
Get that random number generator.
Get that coin out.
This is one where I'm happy to be on the sidelines. I have no stake. This one seems like a absolute 50-50. Just, I have no idea.
Well, I mean, we'll bring the stock up or down. remember our experience.
Sometimes I play poker in the blind just to psych my opponent out a little bit. This one you could play in the blind either way, because from the chart there's no clear cut reason to go long or short. It's hanging around trend. There's no clear indication of sentiment changing. It's been basically up over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Good luck to those that are.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play this,
Harold has been talking.
I can't defend this one, but yeah.
I'm going to pass because of I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. If you had to push me, I would probably say if I had to play this, I would play a straddle. Play it both
Yep.
ways.
Yep. Agreed.
That's what I would do.
I would probably do a put.
If I had to, if I was forced,
Yeah, I would probably do a put debit and just bet that it won't.
Well, the way the FDA has been acting lately, I'd rather be short than long, probably.
Yeah, actually, what I would do, I would buy 7s and sell 9s. Buy $7 puts, sell 9s.
Okay.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to do
But I'm
nada.
not going to do that. As
Yeah,
I
right.
say that, I'm not going to do that. But that's
The
what I
same
would
with-
do if I was
Same
forced.
with me. I don't have that urge to participate.
There's just too many other things where I actually know what's going on. This is just such a wild card, yeah.
What else? Anything worth talking?
CTXR people have been asking for.
Which one?
CTXR.
Another disaster.
Yeah, oh my God. Once again, no stake, just watching, but
Unfortunately, I got out after the show on Tuesday.
just incredible. Oof.
Very fortunately.
Wow.
Yuck.
So I got out right in here somewhere,
Was there any kind of news, or did it just fall apart?
No, I just saw the chart collapsing on me. I said, let me get the hell out.
There must have been news. No, this doesn't just happen, right? Like what? Let me
No,
see.
but when it started to collapse, there was no news. It was IDMC recommended it continue, but I don't know if there was a condition. The data monitoring, independent data monitoring committee gave it a positive recommendation to continue to study. Yet it went down, so I don't know. I'm not following the fundamentals that carefully.
Wow.
And I have no idea if this is touchable or not. It doesn't look like it. It looks like you have to, look elsewhere.
You had NTLA on your.
All I can say is it's a tough one for people that held this one all the way through.
They didn't get a hold, which is what was pumped.
But let's review why I sold here on Tuesday. Maybe looking back, I mean, we had basically a very sharp trend line. Any which way you draw it, it's considerably below the trend line. So it's a clear-cut signal to get the hell out. Big chunks, things.
Someone's asking for the CRISPR chart. We already charted it.
I personally have been playing everything very tight. Personally, so any drop, I'm out.
Yeah.
The first drop is better than the second or the third.
You want to look at BCRX? It's been a while. I feel like it's kind of a feel-good one, just to give us a little comfort blanket. And we know that a lot of people have stake in it. So
people are upset that the Intellia trial on the liver could potentially cure HAE, but that's down the road.
Yeah, I don't think. And the thing is, it's like you have this oral option that's so convenient. It's going to take a lot to dethrone Orladeyo, in my opinion.
They're talking about a one infusion treatment that'll cure it.
Yeah, understood. But you're just, like you said, we're far enough away from it, and this one is gaining enough steam that I would just be surprised if. if it mattered in the
It's at the lower end of the channel, so two ways of interpreting it. Buy here because it's going to go back to the upper end of the channel. Or be careful in case it makes a break of the channel, time to sell a little. But my interpretation would be buy. We're still in the channel. And if you come out of the channel and you come right back in, that's okay. We've done that a number of times. You see? So
That's
it's
true.
okay to dip below the channel as long as you come back. To me, it's
you
a
can
buy.
play it super tight.
To me, it's a buy.
I would agree.
And I'm not worried about the HAE, the Intelia treatment.
Yeah, I'm not either. Yeah. We're too far away for that to matter.
Yeah.
Talk to me in like 2 years.
Totally. Did we wrap it up? You want to do one more?
You wanted NTLA.
Yeah, we can do one more. I gotta eat some lunch after, but yeah, one more is good.
What do you guys want?
I've seen everything I want, so it's up to what do you want, Spike?
Well, like I said, I was just going to do the last one that Dr. J put on his promise list.
Okay.
But
yes.
on the other hand, Novavax is worth looking at. NVAX, only because Mantis is really fucking it up.
We can do both. We came on late. We'll stay on 2 minutes late because we're that type of show.
Yeah, we're very accommodative.
Yeah.
And it's Friday, you know.
As long as you promise to subscribe, we'll do them both. So we need subscriptions to pay the rent. I can't type. Could somebody type for me?
L. There you go. L.
Down 3.5%. It's in give back mode. It looks like CRISPR shot.
Sheesh.
What would you rather own, Intelia or CRISPR?
Probably CRISPR, but I don't know. This one, when you make these moves like this, you got to be careful on entry.
Which one is the next Amazon, Intelia or CRISPR? One of them will be.
My bet would be CRISPR.
It's got the name.
Probably. What can I say? We're getting give back mode. Where the give back stops, nobody knows.
You're probably right.
A good guess would be the green what is that? 125? Pull back to 125? Why not? Pull back to 125. 40 points more to give back. I remember I drew the line here saying it'll come down to the low 100s. It might even. I have little confidence that this move will be sustained. I have more confidence in the CRISPR move.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's hard to imagine this comes back to 105 and CRISPR doesn't come back. So, I'm basically neutral Intelia. I don't have a position, and I'm going to stay with my CRISPR for now, getting ready to sell if I have to. So I'm cautious on CRISPR as well, even though I love it. You know what I mean? I love long-term fundamentals, but short-term I feel there's vulnerability in both.
Right.
All right, one more and that's it. So what's the other one?
Let's do, we have two choices, but let's do Novavax because I'd rather end on good news than bad news.
Yeah, this one I think is worth playing. The data's been great. And Vaz.
I told you I can't type.
You can just click it. It's right there. There you go. There you go.
Very strong.
Yeah, I like its chances to break that whatever that high is, 227 or whatever.
making new highs every day. It's on a
I think it's
path.
going back to the 250s.
I think it's going back to infinity.
I mean, this was the play of last year. This was just unreal.
This was a Robin Hood play. From as early as the teens.
This is another one of those examples
It's
where
a beautiful,
everybody was
beautiful chart.
skeptical until they actually had something in their hands.
229.50 is going to be the resistance.
It's going to break that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
There's nothing to stop it.
I think it's going back up to whatever that big green is, 260 something. I love this one.
This is a very nice chart. Who said vaccine makers an upward play?
That would have been me.
Oh,
I'm saying generation 2, we're going and doing this COVID thing all over again, for better or for worse.
Well, you know, I don't, not to be the.
I was slumped down
the
the floor, clicking away, saying to myself, what am I going to sell after the show? What am I going to buy after the show? So if anything, I'm watching for weakness in CRISPR.
You got a nibble on XCRS.
On what?
You got a nibble on XCRS.
I might nibble on XCRS, but there was another one I like better. What was that? Sesson. Sesson?
SCSN, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we have some ideas for what to do today. And,
yes.
Yeah, I got
a long weekend.
I got to hop off, but yeah, happy 4th. And
bye, everybody. Bye, Anthony. Bye, Dan. Bye, Chris. Bye, Cabinet Guy. Bye, Jackie. Bye, everyone. See you next Tuesday, right, Professor Spike?
See you next Tuesday.
All right. Have a good July 4th weekend, everybody.
You as well.
Bye.